Dateline, The Guardian Climate Change Summit 2009 at Hotel Russell in London, United Kingdom, 08:30 to 09:30 on Monday the 15th of June 2009. Despite climate criminal corporation E.ON's efforts to bag billions of quid from the British state to build new, filthy, dirty, coal-fired power stations at Kingsnorth, North Kent and elsewhere, The Guardian newspaper still took its polluted money in sponsoring its Climate Change Summit. Whatever next? The Guardian Multicultural Summit 2009, sponsored by the BNP? Or the Guardian Geography Summit 2009, sponsored by the Flat Earth Society? Or the Guardian Abortion Rights Summit 2009, sponsored by the Society for the Protection of Unborn Children? The Greenwash Guerillas, London Brigade, Detection Platoon No. 1, could not let this obscenity go unprotested.
Right, this is a lawful assembly, okay, I've imposed conditions on you, section 12, Public Order Act, okay, the conditions are that you were inside that pen, okay.
Which is the other side of the road.
I understand that, which is, I did outside Starshire and you said it was okay. I can't put you there because you'll obstruct the...
The most obvious place is obviously right next to the entrance right here, where there's a lovely wide pavement.
That is the last concession. If you don't go inside the pen, so I want you all the other side of the road while we move the thing now, please. Otherwise I will lay hands on and arrest people. I don't want to do that, guys. Please. Can you go across the road? Alright, please.
That was the police officer in charge of policing this event, Sergeant Saltmarsh, imposing an order under Section 12 of the Public Order Act 1986. In his book Human Rights and Civil Liberties, author Howard Davis has this to say about that act. Section 12 of the Public Order Act 1986 authorises the police to impose conditions in advance or at the time on a political or commemorative procession. The power is triggered on the same basis as the power to impose conditions on public assemblies. A reasonable belief by the police that serious public disorder, serious damage to property, serious disruption to the life of the community or intimidation will otherwise result. And despite having absolutely no evidence that any serious disruption or intimidation was going to happen, on the basis that fascist Nick Griffin got had eggs thrown at him in Parliament Square in the previous week, Sergeant Saltmarsh told us he assumed something similar might happen on this demonstration. So, without any concrete evidence whatsoever, he imposed a Section 12 order under the Public Order Act that severely restricted the effectiveness of our demonstration. So Sergeant Saltmarsh got his underling coppers to drag these crash barriers from his initial pen position diagonally opposite the entrance to the summit across a crossroads to this position on the pavement directly opposite the entrance. But the whole point of a Greenwash Guerillas protest is that we run electronic scanners over the folks who are arriving at the summit, and we interpret the meek sounds that they make as greenwash detected. And that whole way of operating was completely negated by the Section 12 restrictions imposed by Sergeant Saltmarsh. At least he did allow these two comrades who weren't in white suits to distribute the spoof Guardian that we'd prepared in advance, with stories from the last year, from the Guardian, about why E.ON are climate criminals. And the very idea that these climate criminals are now sponsoring the Guardian Climate Summit seemed to be lost on the organisers.
Start getting arrested seriously. There are parameters and rules that are set up.
Here's the cops ganging up on Liam Taylor, climate camper, Greenwash Guerrilla and citizenship teacher. And he actually teaches young people about active citizenship and about the right to protest, as you can hear in his interview in the second of the videos that cover this protest. Sergeant Saltmarsh told me later that he had to coerce Liam into not getting arrested, and on this occasion Liam chose not to allow the police to take him off the streets.
Sponsored by E.ON. Fake climate conference sponsored by E.ON. Fake climate conference sponsored by E.ON. Bogus climate conference sponsored by E.ON. Bogus climate conference sponsored by E.ON. Bogus climate conference sponsored by E.ON. Conference sponsored by E.ON.
So as you can see, the effectiveness of Greenwash Guerrilla tactic was pretty much negated by the tactics of the cops on this occasion, and that's why generally we don't flag up Greenwash Guerrilla actions in advance, so that when we arrive the cops aren't there. On this occasion, however, the Guardian Climate Change Summit was tagged as a event steeped in greenwash by a posting on the Leeds and Bradford IndyMedia site on the 17th of April. And so a press release was put out in advance by the Greenwash Guerillas the day before, Sunday the 14th of June. And unfortunately, police intelligence, not being the oxymoron that some folks think it is, they put two and two together, turned up, mob-handed, and pretty much squashed the Greenwash Guerrilla tactic and left us on the other side of the street. And thankfully, Steve Burrack's raised voice at least alerted the folks arriving at the Climate Change Summit as to the rather fake and bogus nature of it, given that it was being sponsored by climate criminals. In the second video associated with this event, you can hear interviews with a spokesperson from the London Brigade of the Greenwash Guerillas, and an interview with Liam Taylor himself. He is seen leaning his elbows on the toxic Greenwash hazard banner.